Ladies and gentlemen, hello! Happy Friday! Today is Friday, September 25th, episode 39 of the hit, not yet critically acclaimed satirical news sensation, Headlines with Amr. It is a pleasure to be joined by all of you on this lovely Friday morning. Let's jump right in with our top story out of Russia, or Texas, where an American man who left the United States and moved to Russia in the interest of escaping wokeism and liberal gender norms, has found himself on the front lines of the Ukraine war, fighting for Russia, and currently missing in action. That's right, 46-year-old David Huffman moved to Russia a while back, and when he got there, applied to a non-combat role in the Russian army to do welding. Within a few weeks, he was receiving 1 week of military training and thrown onto the front lines without his approval and without any combat experience whatsoever. His wife has been real casual about the whole thing, and she had this to say. Unfortunately, when you're taught in a different language and you don't understand the language, how are you really getting taught? You're not. She later said he feels like he's being thrown to the wolves and he's kind of having to lean on faith. That's what we're all doing. I just feel like that's what you say when like your boss makes you work while you're on vacation, not when you've been forced to fight on the front lines in another country's war. Anyways, what kind of warped concept of First Amendment freedoms do you have to have where you would give up everything just to escape wokeism and liberal gender norms? It just seems like a net negative to me, given that Russia doesn't have a lot of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, etc. Also, if you really wanted to escape wokeism and liberal gender norms, stay in Texas, dude! I mean, you can join ICE. Send your kids to a college that's been compromised by the Trump administration. Swear off Tylenol for good. And you can get your colleagues at your job fired for not wanting to build a memorial for Charlie Kirk. This is your dream, man. It's here. Next, we're gonna be closing today's episode with something we're very excited about here at Headlines with Amr. That's right. We are here to tell you that we've got our first ever sponsorship deal. Yeah! We are promoting the timely, important book written by recent presidential hopeful and Vice President Kamala Harris, 107 Days. Can you believe that that's all she had? This book is packed with everything we need to fight authoritarianism in this dark time for our democracy right now. And frankly, I'm just so glad it was released right now because it's really what we should be turning our focus to. There's so much in the book that we can really make use of at this time. Like Kamala Harris expresses her regret that she didn't speak out more about Joe Biden and his decision to run for re-election, and talks about how he sabotaged her campaign. She talks about how Pete Buttigieg was really her first choice, but she passed on him because he's too big of a risk. And of course, her courageous decision in the book to call Donald Trump a tyrant more than once. 107 days. Can you believe that's all she had? $20.98 on hardback, $14.99 on Audible. Buy it now. Head to www.sheonlyhad100days.com/headlineswithamr for 10% off. Do this before the end of September. And the good folks at her team are willing to include an advanced copy of Cory Booker's Stand as part of their Defend Democracy package. Let me just take a look at the ad script here. Be part of the fight for democracy and read this timely title now. That's all for this week. Thank you so much for watching this show. Tell your friends about it. Give this episode a like. Subscribe if you feel so inclined. And otherwise, I'll see you all next week. Have an excellent weekend. Bye-bye.